Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about something very interesting. The latest polls on Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and how these two political leaders are being perceived by the public in the United States. What do voters think about the economy, inflation, and immigration? Stay with us until the end to learn more about these surprising figures. Let's start with the three issues that matter most to Americans right now: the economy, inflation, and immigration. And here comes the surprise. According to a recent New York Times and Siena College poll, Donald Trump has a considerable advantage over Kamala Harris in these areas. How is that possible? Well, in terms of who can better handle the economy and immigration, voters seem to prefer Trump. But there's one area where Kamala Harris stands out, and that's on abortion rights. This is the only major issue where Harris has a significant advantage. What do you think? Do you believe this issue could be enough to boost her in the elections? Leave your opinions in the comments. Now let's take a look at the numbers on the Hispanic and African-American vote. In 2020, Joe Biden won with 66% of the Hispanic vote. But right now, Kamala Harris only has 52%. That's a 14-point drop. This is worrying for her campaign, as the Hispanic vote is crucial in many states. Additionally, many experts suggest that Donald Trump could win the majority of the Hispanic vote in key states like Florida and Arizona. As for the African-American vote, Harris has 83% support, compared to Biden's 99% in 2020. Although it's still a high number, it also shows a significant decline. How do you think these numbers will affect Kamala Harris in the election? Will she be able to regain the lost support? Another very interesting topic has been the recent criticism from Steve Forbes, editor-in-chief of Forbes magazine, about Kamala Harris's economic plan. Forbes has called it a house of horrors. What does this mean? Well, according to Forbes, Harris's plans, which include raising taxes on capital gains and businesses, could lead to a recession worse than the 1930s. Imagine that. Among the main concerns are increases in capital gains taxes, which would affect investors and retirees, a tax on unrealized gains, which could put great pressure on the stock market, and higher corporate taxes, which could affect consumers and workers. Do you agree with Forbes, or do you think Harris's economic plan is what the country needs? Here's something important that political experts are pointing out. If Donald Trump wants to win, he needs to focus his campaign on Kamala Harris's weaknesses. Why? Because as we know, people are already familiar with Trump. They know what he thinks, what he's done, and what he promises to do. But Kamala Harris is still an unknown figure for many voters. Trump needs to make sure voters understand Harris's policies and what they would mean for the country, especially on economic issues. At the end of the day, for most voters, their pocketbook is what matters most. What do you think? Do you believe Trump's strategy of focusing on Harris will work? As we've seen today, Kamala Harris faces a huge challenge in the 2024 elections. The economy, inflation, and immigration are issues where Donald Trump holds an advantage, and Harris has lost support among key groups like Hispanic and African-American voters. Will Kamala Harris be able to bounce back before Election Day? Or will we see Donald Trump regain his strength among voters? If you're interested in this topic, give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next political analysis. See you in the next video.